Hello everyone, my name is Toertl and welcome to today's Minecraft video. And we are back in our beautiful Minecraft survival world here on the Hermitcraft Season 7 seed. As the sun is just going down right now, I'm starting off this recording and the first thing to do now is pretty much sleep and then I can start off this episode. Alright, with a beautiful morning, we can now start off this episode with the plans that I want to realize in this one, which are firstly to sort out all of these shulker boxes and get ourselves some combined tools, because we've got some juicy pickaxes and all that from the end raiding last episode, and we are going to combine some of that. And we just want to generally get ourselves sorted with shulker boxes and get all of this into our chests. That's going to be our supply of shulker boxes, if we need some. You know, a bit of a scary looking labeling, I think. But, no, it kind of reminds me of my morning face, to be honest. But once we get like a shulker box mini block, we're going to swap that out. But for now, it'll do. Mate, there you are. Okay, I would like sand. I would like pumpkin. I would like your head. And potentially also yours. Oh, they didn't drop theirs. Too bad. And as you can see, I have also got mending on my elytra, because in between episodes I went over to the village that is off in this direction, and I traded a mending book with a villager, and I healed it up with a little bit of quartz mining, which was pretty fast. It was like half a stack of quartz and the thing was all the way up. Oh yeah, that was also a very unfortunate incident, because you know how it goes when you want to get a mending villager, right? You get yourself a lectern, you go over to the guy, you place it, you check his traits, and if he doesn't have mending, you break it again. You wait until he loses his profession as a librarian, and then you do the same thing over and over again. So I did it until mending popped up. But then I realized I didn't have enough emeralds, so I came back here to collect a bit of iron and coal to trade with the other guys, to get myself enough emeralds for mending. And then something very unfortunate happened, because if you unload the chunks and you haven't locked the traits change and shuffle around, so you basically end up with different traits and it doesn't matter what you had before. So I lost my mending trait, but yet I still thought that I didn't. So I handed in my diamonds and I shift clicked without looking at what I bought, and I bought Luck of the Sea instead of mending. Very painful experience. You only do that once. Saddle, leather, elytra, bed. And now let's head into our very sad looking mine. I think I will get this one going in the next maybe 2 or 3 episodes. But I will get it going, don't worry. It is going to be done at some point. But 1 hour mining session from now, I'm just gonna stop recording and see what I can get in that 1 hour. So see you then. Okay, so back from the mining session, which also, it granted me 29 levels. That is pretty good. We got an entire shulker box full of cobble for the mob farm we are going to build. We also managed to find, very lucky, 33 diamonds. And because I found like 3 diamond veins almost instantly, I decided to go a little longer, and I was out for about 1.5 to 2 hours now. Also then almost a stack of gold, 3 stacks and 9 of iron, and quite a lot of coal, as well as these are flint, so not that much coal, but okay amount. And I also mined a few andesite veins because I like the block. I like how it looks and how it fits in with stone. This just tiny texture difference goes quite a long way, and it does look very, very good. My oh my, that is looking lovely. We now have 37. That is pretty good. Okay, now, while that stuff is smelting, we might as well get ourselves what is also required for our mob farm. And we're going to build a pretty basic one, just bare bones of a mob farm over in the ocean, like the ones with the 7-8 layers where the mobs spawn in darkness and then they get pushed down by water and then they die on top of magma blocks. So we have to gather said magma blocks. Oh yeah, I also, for anyone that doesn't know this yet, the other day when I was mining the quartz to get myself the elytra healed up, I mined a bit of gold. And I thought, because it was like that when 116 dropped, that when you mine gold, the piglins don't care. But they do care. And I got beaten up. So beware of that. I knew they were gonna be angry if you open any sort of chest. Like even a shulker box. But they also beat you up when you mine gold. Because they like their gold. And they can't have it because it's buried in the ground. No one can. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. Gathering magma blocks with a fast pickaxe is just the greatest. Like, look at it. We're flying through all of this. We are sorted, and we're gonna leave this stinky hole of a dimension immediately. Bye. I'm not gonna miss you. I haven't actually thought this through, how many hoppers we're going to need. Let's just get as many as we can. And if we have too many, no problem. We are going to build more farms in the future. In go the hoppers. You aren't mad if I open them? No, you're not a piglin. You're a zombified piglin. I can just go to town on these. And you don't care. That's great. That's cool. A stack of rails. No, 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 mate. Did he spot me? I don't think he spotted me. I am just going to get rid of him real quick. I don't want him going about my house. Nice. That's also the reason why I don't have pressure plates on this side. Because in my old house I had them, and mobs were just running into my house like it's nobody's business, and they were, especially the creepers, very annoying, because the creepers always blew up the same piece of my house. They for some reason hated my kitchen and wanted it to be gone. We of course also need one shulker box full of building blocks. I don't want this farm to be pretty or anything, I just want it to be productive. That's all. A simple, productive mob farm. We do need pistons, because I'm planning on having a etho clock on the top that just controls that thing, and we're going to have just set intervals for the water to flow down. We also need just redstone in general for wiring. Oh, that's a magical pigman. He is levitating. Quite magical. I potentially maybe want some glass, but I will need a lot of glass if I want to encase the entire thing. the more I think about it, the more I like the idea of having the entire thing encased in glass, just to have no mob escaping. I'm going to gather a little bit of sand. It's handy to have a desert right next to our house. I'm just gonna start back here at the very end, because I don't want to ruin my immediate surroundings. I'm just using these rockets to take a glimpse at the mess I made. Look at it. Horrendous! I think I now have everything prepared to build the mob farm. For me it's currently the next day, and I am now heading out into the ocean with my boat to find a suitable place. And I don't know where exactly I'm going to build it, but it has to be outside the visible chunks for me, because I don't want to see it all the time, and it would really look horrendous if you just have a massive mob farm on the horizon and just that lovely little house. It kind of ruins the effect. How about this little blip of land there? Because that micro islet, you could call it, it is very small. Seems like it is right in the middle of the ocean, which will make the farm pretty efficient, I think. Now, I have to make the chunks visible, so I think it was F3 and G? Yes. Okay, so we are right inside a chunk. And I think we can get the best rates when we spread the farm over multiple chunks. So basically, we have a chunk border right here. When we would utilize that, I think we are on a very efficient track. And I gotta say, I am both very excited for this farm and also kind of nervous, because I made this design like from another design. I just took a design and I copied half of it. I made it a bit smaller because I don't have that many resources, and I basically just want to put this thing here and hope it works. So this is gonna be exciting to know, and if it doesn't work, then I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight or something. Cool, so the very bottom platform is done, at least for the cobblestone side. Listen, these are going to be way too much, but I'm going to build 5 chests, just to be on the safe side. Hopper, 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 hopper-de-dopper, and that's it. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, my my resources are just ever so slightly shipping away into my storage. I mean, that's also fine, as long as they don't disappear. Okay, I guess. Now we need 3 on this side. And 3 on this side. We have like a weird, very deformed Z going on. Or a Z? I don't actually know. Like the letter. Is it a Z or is it Z? Oh, this is slow. Is it because it was a hopper minecart? Do they have different momentum? I mean, that would be stupid, but just generally asking myself. They have different momentum. Oh my word, I didn't know that. When you are sneaking on a magma block and you go to the very outer edge and you release shift, so you're basically like floating, you don't get damage from the magma block, even if you release like the shift key. Because I think as long as you're not on the pixels of the magma block, you're not going to get hurt. Huh. You learn something new every day, don't you? The mobs are going to be pushed onto these magma blocks via water. And then they are hopefully going to meet their demise. So, bottom layer now all done and dusted, with the pickup system working and doing all of the good stuff. It is now time to get the water in place. That is then pushing all of the mobs into the deadly magma block zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the water is in place, and these water sources are going to push every mob either in the diagonals or in the immediate center, and that's all covered with magma blocks, so they can't escape their demise. And this is all done. Cool. So the first part is finished. Whoa, that guy just... Yeah, don't cry at me then. If you jump right into my boat, I am not the one to blame. Like, that one's on you, dolphin. Being a bit rude, to be honest. Like, I just smacked him with my boat, and I'm like, ah, come on, get over it. It's not that bad. And getting torches to light this up temporarily is great, because I can just connect all of the observers and water in, and when I do the first run, the water is going to be just breaking all of the torches, making this thing ready to spawn, so I'm not in danger at any time, which is great. And as I'm just building this, I realize more and more that this farm is going to look absolutely horrendous with the cobblestone. I mean, I would have used like concrete or something, but I'm fairly early into the game, especially regarding farms and all that. So 2 more layers to go. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna fly up there with a rocket. Wow, this thing looks very small. It's gonna be the most pathetic mob farm ever. Wow, that cobblestone had some serious velocity. My goodness. Okay, so every dispenser is now hooked up into one central observer up there, down into an observer chain that is powering every of the dispensers, which has a water rocket in it once it gets a block update. So then the redstone signal allows the water to flow to the end of each platform and chuck down all the mobs that have spawned on it. They're going to fall down this side, can't escape because there's glass, and they're going to be pushed into the center or the diagonals. They're going to die because of the magma blocks, and the items are going to be picked up. Pretty simple and pretty reliable. The only thing that's missing right now is the hopper timer. Like I said, I'm not much of a redstone guy, so this is high tech that I don't particularly understand very well. This one retracts, but this one doesn't extend. When I put them back in, maybe I just put them in the wrong hopper. It could also be that I'm an utter dumbass and I have to look up how you built this thing again. I literally just watched a tutorial just a second ago, but it could be that I still managed to forget it within like a minute. Could be that this needs to be a solid block. Does this solve it? Redstone is weird sometimes. That looks promising. Yes, it now works. It was the problem that these weren't blocks. That is interesting. Let's see if the torches... Yay! The torches have been cleared out. And if this works, we should see mobs starting to spawn. Yes, there was a spider that dropped. Hello there. And also no mobs are escaping. That is very good. And the glass also prevents them from seeing me. And I believe 24 blocks away should give us the best rate. I heard something about that at some point, but I don't quite know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 plus the 4 blocks on the other end. That should be decent. Okay then, so I just completed my little AFK booth right here, and I'm going to go AFK for maybe about an hour or two and see how many resources this farm can get me. And with that, I think we have reached the end of today's episode. We've been quite productive, and I think the episode is already long enough because I have a lot of stuff to cut with this one. And I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit of a weird place to say goodbye, but nonetheless, goodbye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.